Good morning everyone and welcome to my channel. It is 5:30 a.m. Friday morning. I just wanted to jump on here and film a little video, chat with you guys. I know it's super early, but I just have a lot of energy right now, and it's probably a good thing because I have a long day ahead of me. At 9 a.m. my class starts, and then right after that I have like an all-day session that goes until 4 p.m. And then I get a little bit of a break, and then at 6 p.m. I have another session from 6 to 7. So it's going to be a very long day of like meetings, lectures, class. But yeah, I've pretty much gotten up, gotten ready, and I kind of cleaned the house. There is a load of laundry that I want to throw in the washer, but other than that, everything's pretty organized. And then I have a bunch of stuff here at my desk. So I have a couple of packages that I'm going to open that I got from Amazon. Yes, they actually arrived yesterday. I just didn't go down to get them. And it was funny because I heard the like notification go off on my Alexa. So I asked her, I was like, what arrived? And so she was telling me, oh, from this order, you ordered this. And then at the very end, she like farted. And so I asked her, I was like, Alexa, why are you farting? And she was like, oh, it's just an April Fool's joke. So yeah, I just completely forgot, but yesterday was April Fool's, April 1st, and today is Friday. Yeah, so I think I will start actually with the packages. One of them I think is just an order from Kohl's, which I'm gonna hold off on showing you guys that because it was shipped in like multiple different shipments, and I want to wait until I have everything. It was nothing special, just some leggings and a couple of like tops. But yeah, so that's that. So I can put that away. And then here is the stuff from Amazon. So the first thing I got were these cute little like evil eye bracelets. As I've mentioned to you guys, I've been really into like spiritual stuff, and I just feel like there are certain instances where I feel like my energy is drained or I'm affected by other people's negative energy. So I just wanted to make sure that I'm like protecting myself. So these are 7-knot evil eye bracelets. I love to wear bracelets like this. I actually have a couple here. These are from Tory Burch, but yeah, so I got these. They look really cute. They have the similar knot to the Tory Burch ones. They are a little bit thinner, but I think I paid $5 for this 2-pack, and they're really cute. Let me open them actually because I want to see what the beads are like. Are they plastic? Are they glass? Yeah. So the little gold beads on the side are plastic, but the evil eye bead does seem like it's glass or possibly even acrylic. But yeah, I'm looking forward to wearing those. And then I also got a pack of like crystals, tumbled stones, gemstones. And I got them. It was tough for me because I wanted to make sure what I was getting was authentic. But I feel like you have to do a lot of research there, especially if you're gonna order like from a website instead of Etsy. And I wanted to order like from one place because I'm just not a fan of Etsy where you add a bunch of things to your cart from different sellers and then you end up having to pay shipping like to a bunch of different places. So I'm gonna have to do research to find an Etsy seller that sells a lot of like a variety of crystals so that I can order from just one seller. But I was able to get these from Amazon, and the reason I chose this Mimosa Gemstones is because they actually have a blog and their own store. They just also happen to sell on Amazon, and so I was pretty confident that these were going to be real crystals. And I absolutely love the way that they packaged this. It's actually I had received this one like the day before. But in here you get, what is it? 3, 4, 8 tumbled stone crystals. And they're pretty decent size. And then I got a piece of black tourmaline, also like good for protection. And then a beautiful piece of amethyst. And that one's even bigger, I feel like, than most of the other ones. And then there's a piece of selenite wrapped in here. And I'm not going to unwrap it just because like the selenite kind of flakes a little bit and I don't want to get the mess all over my desk. But my plan is to kind of cleanse these. I'm going to do it by running them under water just because I don't get a lot of moonlight. I only have windows on one wall of my apartment and it faces like a courtyard, so there's not a lot of moonlight. And I feel like the security people in my building would think I'm crazy if I go out onto the rooftop like in the middle of the night to charge my crystals. So I'm just going to do it by running them underwater to cleanse them so that I'm able to use them. And I really loved this set because it was only 10 bucks and I got 8, 9, 10, 11 items. And it comes with like a variety, like I said, the selenite, black tourmaline, amethyst. What else is in here? Clear quartz, rose quartz, tiger's eye, aventurine, lapis lazuli, jasper, obsidian, opalite. Yeah, really nice. And I'm excited to use these as well, just for like clearing my energy, bringing in good vibes. You know, and I think they're really pretty. I've always loved like tumbled polished gemstones. I actually have some already, but I wanted to get a little set where I could get a large variety. And I'll just have to do some research into what each one of these is supposed to help with. But yeah, that was what I got from Amazon the other day. Okay, so off camera, I've done quite a few things. So I took about 20 minutes to plan out my day and I wrote it on my schedule planner. I wrote in my gratitude journal. I also wrote in my like health journal, like how much I slept last night, and was able to kind of open up the windows. The sun is rising, which is why like now it's a different lighting, more blue light. I also started the laundry, so if you hear the washing machine in the background, that's what's happening. And yeah, I was able to clean up the bathroom really quickly, and I decided to go ahead and put my contacts on, and I am going to put some makeup on just because I am going to be in meetings all day. I wasn't planning on it, but that's just kind of how I'm feeling. So I figured I could do a little get ready with me while I put my makeup on. It's actually mostly Wet n Wild stuff. I didn't plan it that way. It just like that's what I gravitated towards, and there is like a little eyeshadow palette I got from Dollar Tree that I wanted to try out. So yeah, I'll jump into that, and it's gonna be a very productive day, I think. Yeah, so ignore my hair. I know from the sides it probably looks crazy, but I've been wanting to do like really slick, like sleek hair where it lays really flat against your head, but apparently to do that you need gel, and I don't have any, so I was trying to do it with hairspray this morning. And because my hair is cut short, like trying to do the ponytail, like I wasn't able to get the stuff up in the back, so I just have it pinned and it's like sticking out. But I'm just gonna go with it because like when I'm in my Zoom meetings, like all you're gonna see is like head on, and I think it looks okay. So yeah, like me and my crazy hairdos. But anyways, I woke up this morning and it had snowed last night, so there's a nice dusting of snow outside. It had warmed up for a few days, and so the snow was kind of surprising. I thought we were past that, but I guess not. So I'm going to start with this Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. This is the shade Golden Beige. This is something I got from Dollar Tree, and I've worn it a couple of times, and while I like the consistency of it, I think this color may be a little bit light for me. It's not too terrible, but I just kind of have noticed that I have to bronze it and warm it up. And then, like I said, I like the way that it looks, but it smells like paint thinner. And then I just have a wet beauty blender here. I just kind of want a light foundation today, and that's why I brought a concealer that's like not so heavy duty, because I really want it to be more about the eye look and my skin just kind of look a little bit more natural. So yeah, I guess we can just chat about the week. My week has been interesting. So normally we get a week off for spring break in between like our classes. So the way our semesters work is we do half of our classes in the first half of the semester, and then another half of classes. We do a set of classes in the first half of the semester, and then a set of classes in the second half of the semester. And then some of the classes are like the full semester long. But normally in between the first and the second half of the semester, we get a week off for spring break. But because of COVID, the university doesn't want any students to be traveling and like potentially bring COVID back to the like university community. So we're just kind of going straight through, which means like there was no transition period. So this week I was still wrapping up assignments and papers for my first set of classes while also trying to do stuff for my new second set of classes. So that just led to like extra work. I also had a big project due for my full semester class, and then today, of course, I have this like extra long session for, it's kind of one of my extracurricular activities, but it's mandatory for my fellowship. And yeah, there's just been a lot going on this week. It's been very, very busy. And I know last week I had kind of planned out my goals for the next couple of months and how I wanted to start stepping back from school, but for this week and next week, I think it's going to be all about school. But if I am able to accomplish everything I want to accomplish, it'll put me in a really good position to be able to start focusing on YouTube, start focusing on building my online store, and being able to actually step away from school. Because I think the way my schedule is going to end up is that I'm only going to have class on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and Tuesdays and Thursdays are going to be mine to, do whatever I want with. So I think that looks pretty good. So the concealer I'm going to use is this Neutrogena Hydro Boost. It's in the shade medium. I love this stuff. It's just so like lightweight, natural. Like when you want the no makeup look, like this is the concealer to go for, because it actually does provide a little bit of coverage, but you can't tell that you're wearing anything at all. And it's very like moisturizing, which I have oily skin, but underneath my eyes is dry. My lids are an oil slick, but underneath my eyes, it's definitely very necessary, especially as I get older. And that reminds me, I am scheduled to take my COVID vaccine on Monday, so I'm excited for that. They finally allowed people, if you're over 30, which I am, I'm 31, you can go ahead and get the vaccine, and I registered and my appointment is on Monday. I'll have the first shot. I think I'm getting the Moderna shot. So now I'm just going to use this e.l.f. powder. I've had this for a really long time. It's matte blotting powder, but I'm just now starting to use it, and I think it'll be good for the summer because that's when I get like the most oily and like sweaty and stuff, and I feel like this will just really help lock my makeup in place. But for my eyes, I'm going to use, this is the Marc Jacobs like bronzer highlight duo in Mirage filter, and I always use this yellow powder for underneath my eyes, and I just go in with my beauty blender to set that. And a little on my lids too. But okay, looking pretty good. Not bad. I waxed my eyebrows yesterday, and I kind of got a little bit of the tail, and I didn't mean to. So I normally don't fill in my brows because I have like pretty thick brows, and I just don't find the need to. But I think I'm gonna. So this might be a little bit awkward because I'm not very good at it. But yeah, I have very thick brows, so like me needing to kind of fill them in is not all that necessary. It's mostly about me trying to thin them out. Like Sasquatch, I have hair everywhere. Yeah, but yesterday I waxed them, I kind of reshaped them, they were getting a little unruly. I'm very happy with the way they turned out, actually. And I also did some like face waxing with my mustache and my chin hairs, because they were getting a little crazy. It's kind of nice though, like wearing masks out, because I don't have to worry about like that as much. If there's that one crazy like chin hair, I just go with it. Okay, so that's not bad. Let me brush through them a little bit though. And this is also a Wet n Wild eyebrow pencil. It is Ultimate Brow Micro Brow Pencil, and I know the color is the darkest one because I have black hair. I'm going back and forth between dyeing my hair. I know I have the hair dye and I really want to do it, but at the same time, like whenever I dye my hair and I double process it like with bleach and then put the color, like it gets really dry, and my hair is so healthy right now. So I'm not sure if I actually want to do that. But I probably am. I just might wait a couple of weeks. Let's see, what do we do next? So this is something I got from Dollar Tree. It's the Perfect Pear Eye Wand. It's from Wet n Wild. Again, like just things I wanted to try, and it just happens that most of the stuff is Wet n Wild. But it's like a liner on one side and then an eyeshadow on the other. And I wonder if I should use this as a base. I think I am. I think I'm gonna use the eyeshadow side as a base. I should be doing this in my mirror, but I'm looking at the camera. I need to get one of those like tabletop mirrors, like vanity mirrors. I've had them before. But I have things, I get rid of them, I buy them again, just like that. Okay, not bad. It's a little dry, but hopefully that will be useful for grabbing onto shadows. And then this is also something I was really surprised to see at the Dollar Tree. It's this Wet n Wild Nude Awakening eyeshadow palette, and it has 10 colors. So let's see which one. I think I'm gonna go in with this brown shade in my crease to start us off. I normally like Wet n Wild shadows, so hopefully this palette, and just on this color alone, I'm kind of liking it. Yeah, that's nice. And this palette is like a little more cool toned, so that's kind of one of the reasons it caught my eye. It's very neutral, but it's cool toned. And I normally don't do crazy eyeshadow colors. It's always like a neutral, like brown, whether it's cool or warm, or like a plum color. Every now and then I'll do like a deep smoky eye with like a pop of color. Forgive me y'all if this is a bit boring. This is actually my first time doing this. But let's see. Now I think I want to go in with this like coppery color. We'll see if that has some good shimmer. And I'm going to put that in the inner like half of the lid. And I'm just going to use the sponge tip applicator. Yeah, I have nothing. Let's see, I need a darker color, so I'm gonna go ahead with this like shimmery plum. This is more of a matte burgundy, but I'm gonna go in with one right next to it. And let's see, we can't build up some color in this outer corner. Just deepen it a little bit, because right now in person it looks great. On camera it looks a little bland. Oh no, this should be good though. Just kind of want to get it down, and then I'll blend it a little more. I'm not an expert at makeup, but this is just how I do my makeup. I love makeup though. When I used to have a ton of it, I used to have like an Alex 9 drawer filled with makeup. But then a few years ago, I went through like a whole decluttering phase. Like this was when Marie Kondo had first come out and it was really popular. I had been living in New York City. And so, well, before that, I was living in like a 2-bedroom apartment. It was packed full of stuff. I had tons of clothes, shoes, makeup, all of that. And then I ended up taking a job in New York City for a year. And basically I packed up my entire apartment. I sold like all the furniture and like household goods, like kitchen stuff and all of that. But all of my personal stuff, like from my closet and my bedroom, I just packed up in boxes and I put in a spare room at my mom's house. And all I took with me to New York City were 2 like big suitcases. And I purchased furniture from the person that was like living in the apartment, like the room in the apartment that I was renting. I had roommates, and I just bought the furniture from the girl that lived there before me. So it had a bed, a dresser, and like a mirror, and that was it. And it was a tiny little room, tiny little closet. So basically, like I said, I had 2 suitcases, and it had like everything that I needed. So it was not only clothes and shoes, but it was just like, you know, some sheets and blankets and, you know, a few like kitchen things, paperwork, like anything that I needed. And then once I was there, I did go to like Bed Bath & Beyond and get a few more items, but I had like next to nothing, which in New York City, I think it's definitely like okay, because I was working crazy hours, and when I wasn't working, I was like out experiencing the city. So that kind of helped me realize that I didn't need as many possessions as I thought I did. So when I left New York City and I went back to my mom's, I had like all of these things that had been packed away for a year, and I didn't even know what was in those boxes. And I just remember like doing the KonMari method. I remember counting, I had over 1,000 pieces of clothing, over 150 pairs of shoes. Like I said, the makeup, like I had an Alex 9 drawer worth of makeup, whereas in New York City, I literally had like a little acrylic thing sitting on my dresser with my makeup. And yeah, it just, like that experience made me realize I didn't need all of the possessions. So when I came back and I had been living without the stuff in those boxes for a year. So it was like, I definitely don't need it, because I never at any point wanted it or was like, oh, I wish I had, you know, this item or this piece of clothing. So I did a huge declutter, and I probably got rid of 50% of the stuff at that first declutter. And then after that, like in the year following, I would do like other declutters, and I was able to get rid of a lot of items. And because I was living like with my mother, I didn't need household stuff. So I didn't need furniture, kitchen items, or anything like that. So it's just my personal possessions. And I was able to get it down to like a really small amount of things. And then after I ended up taking a job somewhere else, I did have to like get my own apartment again. And so of course I started like buying more things, because I needed like furniture, kitchen items, decor. So that's why I have like more possessions now. But I've definitely kind of kept that more minimal mindset. So I don't have as much as I have had in the past. So even though it looks like I have a lot of stuff, and I do have a lot of stuff, but most of it like serves a function for me. And the decor and stuff, I do kind of continually go through and declutter and make sure that I really love it in order to keep it. But yeah, like I've gone on a whole decluttering journey. It's basically the short story of it. I don't know if this is making any sense. All right, I think I kind of like that. I do want to blend. I always use my bronzer to blend. I use it as a crease color too, most of the time. Or this is what I actually use as contour. That's okay. I wish the shimmer shadow would like pack more of a punch. Go in there with a little more. I may even dip into the like pink shimmer next to it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go into this one right next to it. Hopefully that one's a little bit lighter. I guess it's not too terrible. I do have a pack of an eyeshadow brush to pack it on. There we go. I guess it's not bad. I do wish the shimmers were a little, like, packed a little more punch, but the mattes are really nice in that palette. I think I'm just going to go in with this LA Girl eyeliner. I wish it was a little bit sharper, but I didn't have my sharpener. It's a glide on gel liner in brown. And, like, I like liquid liner, but sometimes I just don't want to, like, go through the hassle of, like, trying to perfect it. Whereas with a pencil like this, you can smudge it and it still looks okay. Where liquid eyeliner is a little less forgiving. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. I may put a little in the lower lash line, just smudged out. I do have a tiny smudger brush. I don't think this is too dark for the day. Good. And then I am gonna go in with this eyeshadow from Wet n Wild again, and kind of like my inner corner and waterline. I don't know that it'll stay put on the waterline, but with it. I was really surprised to see all this stuff at Dollar Tree. I guess Wet n Wild's like revamping their makeup line. Oh, that's actually quite nice. Sure, kind of messed that up. There we go. I may like severely edit this or just like zoom through it because I know if I were watching this, I would be like, what is she doing? Why isn't she saying anything? I'm not a beauty guru. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna do a little bit of contour. This is my favorite contour. I've gone through this, like a couple of these. It's like the perfect shade for me. And I love like the hint of cool. I've tried the Kevin Aquan one, and I think that that one's too ashy, at least for my warmer skin tone, but this one's really good. Okay, and then for bronzing and blush, like I'm going to use this Balm Desert. I feel like this is just a color that I can use that'll look nice as both a blush and bronzer. Man, I want to use the other brush. Oh well, we'll go with this one. So I'm just gonna bronze. I'll use the other brush for applying it as a blush. Some on my forehead. I'm messing up my half smooth hair. You see, it looks like this foundation matches, but I don't know. I don't know. I guess it does. It looks fine with my like neck, but I get the impression that it's a little light. I like this because it has like a little reddish tone to it. This is a nice bronzer. You know, I'm gonna use a different brush to try and build it up as a blush. We'll see how that goes. Oh, that's nice. I love blushes that are, or like colors that are like this. I feel like Benefit's Dallas is kind of like this. And that was one of my favorites for a long time. I used to have a lot of makeup products from the Balm too, but I feel like they haven't been as prevalent lately. Yeah, this side's looking a little muddy though. Let's see. There we go. It does look okay though, especially with the cool toned eyes. There we go. And then last product is also Wet n Wild. Actually, I'm gonna put a little bit of lip balm on because this is the matte, and I don't want it to look super cracked. This is also something I got from Dollar Tree. It's from Wet n Wild, their Velvet Matte Lip Color, and I don't know what shade this is in. No idea, it doesn't say on here. But it looks, according to the tube, it looks like it is a kind of matte, cool tone plum. But I think, we'll see how it looks. I like this because it twists up so you don't have to sharpen it. Oh, it's actually a little more pinky. I don't think I've worn this like out. I wore it when I got it, I swatched it on my lips, but I haven't worn it yet. I haven't been wearing makeup a lot like throughout all of COVID, but I'm getting back into it. That's pretty. And it doesn't feel, at least right now, it doesn't feel super drying. It's creamy. That's nice. It's almost a little too like warm though. It doesn't seem like it would be that warm according to the package, but it definitely is more pink, has a little bit of peach in there. It's a really nice color. I just don't know that I love it with the like cool tone cheeks and eye, but I'm gonna go with it. Like honestly, I'm gonna be on Zoom. It's not like people are gonna care. Mascara. This is one of my favorites, Urban Decay Perversion. I just have the mini size because like I said, I wasn't wearing a lot of makeup throughout COVID. So I just wanted to get like the mini one when I needed to replace it, because I was like, if I buy the big one and open it, then it's gonna go bad without me really having used it. This is my all-time favorite mascara because it doesn't flake on me, and even though this isn't the waterproof version, I feel like it's fairly waterproof because my eyes water up a lot, especially like in the spring when there's allergy, like when I have allergies, and it never like smudges or anything on me. And it just gives a very like natural look. It elongates the lashes and separates them. I just really love it, and I've gone back to it. You know, I try a lot of different mascaras, but I always come back to Urban Decay Perversion. It is that good. And I don't curl my lashes because eyelash curlers scare me. I don't know why. I think it's just the idea of having like this torture looking device thing so close to my actual eye. So this one is nice because I can get a little bit of lift from it too. And it like holds my lashes up a little. Yeah, I've never used an eyelash curler. I will probably never use one. Like even when I get my makeup professionally done, I just have them do lashes. Like I'm like, but you can't curl my eyelashes. Because it scares me. Like, I don't know, the idea of having something that like pinches near your eye. No, no thank you. And I did order some magnetic lashes, and I tried them out and I like them, but the issue is I think I'm gonna have to trim them a little bit because like one of the, like the edge of it like pokes my eye a little bit, and that's why I haven't worn them more consistently. I just need to actually like sit down and size them to my eye, but they seem to work really well. I want to say the only issue I had was like trying to remove the liner, because my regular eye makeup removers didn't work doing that. So if you guys have any tips on how to remove the magnetic liner, or like what's a good eye makeup remover to get it off, because I tried some like makeup cleansing oils that I have. I tried like the Clinique's take the day off balm, which is what I normally use. And I even used like just a regular eye makeup remover. I want to say it was one from like Maybelline, and nothing. Oh my goodness, my lashes look so good. Yeah. I've really got to stop. I'm definitely going to fast forward through a lot of this because it's a hot mess and a half. But actually, I'm very happy with the way my makeup has turned out. I think my hair looks pretty sleek. I'm wearing like a little lounge dress that has like a tie in the front, but no one's going to see that, so it doesn't really matter. And then I did put my bracelet on. I need to like trim the ends down because they're way too long. But I really like it. And my nails, I love my nails. I'll talk about this nail color, like they're glittery nail colors from Sally Hansen. I think I'm gonna do a favorites video because it's one of the things I've been loving, and I'm gonna have to buy more of them. But yeah, I think that is it for today. Just gonna kind of go about my day, go to all of my meetings, and I'm hoping that tomorrow I'll get an opportunity to film and edit and post my videos for the week. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're interested in seeing more. Bye.